I don't know. I needed to go somewhere where parents, nobody had any preconceptions of how I was supposed to arrive.
I see.
For me to kind of like discover who I was. Yeah. I mean, my email is finding, and I just thought it was clever at the
Right, it
time,
is
but
clever.
I needed to go far because I easily could have went to UF, and that's where my parents met. I didn't want to do that
Right.
because the legacy stuff at some point,
Right.
you become a proxy representative of
Yeah. Who your parents were.
parents are. I didn't, I didn't want to be Nino's kid or
Right.
David's kid.
Right.
And that means I have to behave by
Yeah,
X, Y, Z.
certainly.
So I went far away to see who I was on my own.
I've been tried and tested, but I've come out on top. I'm a strong man of valor, so my journey means a lot. I cry too, but there's strength.
All right. So, Howard Brad,
Yeah.
Rockledge Transport, because right now you're in Cali, right? LA?
In Los Angeles.
All right. And future actor star.
We're figuring it out.
You're figuring it out. That's okay. That's how life is. We figure it out, and we just take the bumps and bruises along the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tell me about your Howard experience, your HBCU experience. We hear all these wild things, but was it like that?
I guess I could start with first I went to BCC,
Okay.
Marketing College. So I
Right.
went there for a year because initially Washington, D.C. was a little too far in my head.
Right.
So I just spent that extra year here. I decided to go to Howard. And I think you will find whatever you're looking for. I have no doubt that there was some wild experience of Howard that was going on, but I was a little too square at the time.
Oh, you were square? What?
Yeah, to run into it.
Yeah.
So my early Howard years, pretty much the whole time were pretty tame. I was pretty much into my books and my extracurriculars.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you can find whatever it is you're looking for. Unfortunately, I didn't find the wild side of Howard
Okay.
until the latter, once all the studies were done.
Okay. So once it was all said and done, your last year, but
Yeah, I ended up staying an extra year.
oh, okay.
So I had completed my
That's
all my requirements,
uh-huh.
and I pulled my graduation application. And,
Oh, wow.
Miss Decker, God rest her soul, she said, she was my advisor.
Yeah.
She said, I hope you know what you're doing because I don't.
Oh, wow.
But something told me to stay, and
Okay.
I knew I wanted to stay a little longer
Mhm.
to enjoy the funner side of college.
I see.
So what when you do at 21, 22, 23,
Okay.
drinking, some partying, some
Okay.
sex,
Okay.
the whole bit.
All the things that parents don't want you to have to experience.
All the things that parents don't want you to do, but most of them have done.
Right. Okay.
But they fail to share with their kids. I
Right.
mean, rightfully so.
Right.
Because it's one of those things, like, if you find that on your own, it's
Yeah.
different than me telling you to go
Right.
to it.
Right.
But I did it, as responsibly as I could
Okay.
at the time. And yeah, that was kind of a short synopsis of my Howard.
Your Howard glory days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find your purpose at Howard, or do you feel that God has given you a purpose or an assignment? And if he has, what do you feel it is?
I don't know if I found my purpose at Howard. I think I didn't know this at the time. I needed to go somewhere far away.
Okay.
Um,
So Washington wasn't far enough.
no. I'm saying DC was far enough.
Yeah.
I needed to go somewhere where nobody knew me, nobody knew my parents, nobody had any preconceptions of how I was supposed to arrive.
I see.
For me to kind of like discover who I was. Yeah. I mean, my email is finding, .lion.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought it was clever at the
Right.
time,
It is
but
clever.
I needed to go far because I easily could have went to UF, and that's where my parents met.
Right.
I didn't want to do that
Right.
because the legacy stuff at some point,
Right.
you become a proxy representative of
Yeah. Who your
who
parents were.
parents are. Little did I know, I didn't think I had a problem with it at the time. I was over it.
Right.
So, I
When you
went.
say over being known as,
Yeah, I didn't, I didn't want to be Nino's kid or
right,
David's kid.
right,
And that means I have to behave by
yeah,
X, Y, Z.
certain,
So I went far away to see who I was on my own. And for a
right,
long time I was pretty much the same.
right,
Um, and then, I ran into some people and some things and therapy and different stuff that challenged that. And that was really hard for me because, I was a kid, there's people would say you go off to find yourself. And I'm like, I'm always with me.
right,
There is no new version of me that I need
exactly.
to discover.
That's right.
But I did. I did. And I think there's a different version of you that exists here compared to Thailand or Georgia
Right.
or California. And sometimes you can only meet that person by going there.
Right. So you've been to Thailand?
Not yet.
Not yet. So you that's in your near future.
Yeah,
Okay.
Asia's the only place, not only place, but Asia is kind of like the last place I'll probably go.
Okay.
I'm going to Antarctica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that you've you used to teach. You traveled abroad to teach.
Yeah, I went to Brazil to teach English.
Okay. And what was that like?
Really, in truth, I went to Brazil to have fun.
Right.
So I won a academic fellowship,
Okay.
the Fulbright, to teach English in Brazil.
Oh, nice.
And Brazil looked like a fun place.
Okay. Yeah.
It was colorful.
Mhm.
It was vibrant.
Mhm.
I didn't know what was there, but I had to go see for myself.
Right.
So I went and I taught English.
Nice.
But also I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun.
Were there clubs and stuff there? Or what?
I mean, it was clubs. It was clubs. It was people. It was women. It was. I was 24, 25.
Right.
Kind of carefree too.
Okay.
So yeah, I went. And found what I was looking for. I had a lot of fun. Responsibly.
Right.
Clearly.
Right. And that's the key.
Some
Be
things that I
responsible.
wouldn't ever do again per se.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay.
Wandering about the streets of a foreign country at night,
Oh, wow.
motivated by God knows what.
Right.
And some of that stuff I think I had to kind of, they say, get out your system, but
Right.
live out.
Right.
I did. Yeah, and I've gone back since, and I know I could not redo that experience.
Do the same
again.
things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You brought up basically escaping who you are here in Brevard County because of your parents. Your parents are well known.
Yeah.
Your mom, you just a pillar in the community in terms of education. Dad, he's a businessman. And your dad, I interviewed your dad.
Mhm.
He was wrongfully accused of a crime that he did not commit, served 3 years. During that process, how old were you? And how did you feel just going through that entire process?
I was about 13 when it started. My
Yeah.
dad was incarcerated at 14, 15, 16. Uh, it was, I think it was my kind of like first heartbreak.
Right.
So like going to see my dad was really tough.
Yeah.
My mom went frequently. My sister went more than I did. She was
Yeah.
better at managing it than me.
Wow.
And I don't know. I think you're kind of numb. So
Right.
it was like ninth grade. That was part of it. I remember in 10th grade not having a great recollection of ninth grade. Just like you kind of just,
You go through the motions.
yeah, you're going through the motions. You're attending the school. you're dealing with the whispers of other
Yeah.
kids. You kind of just you're numb. So I was pretty numb. Um, I got a bit better going into like 10th grade.
Okay.
Excuse me. And I was better able to, kind of manage myself and my affairs. I didn't really suffer too much in school. The teachers knew, I'd imagine so.
Right.
And I was always kind of like a fairly reserved kid. I
Right.
think when you are.
Already reserved.
Yeah. And I don't know if that was by force or by actual nature. I was suffering, but be quiet. Nobody.
Right. Yeah, that's a term. There's a term called suffering in
Yeah.
silence.
Yeah. But we managed through.
Yeah.
We moved a lot. We went from not moving for my first 11 years of life
Right.
to moving like 4 times in the next 3 years or so. So yeah, it was tough. A lot of it, and then one day it's kind of like over. Then you like, did all that actually happen? So I remember we went and picked my dad up and
Right.
took him to my grandma's house, and it was all of that just over.
Back to normal. Was it back to normal right
Uh,
away or?
Nah, not right away. I mean, we're all staying at my grandmother's house, so it was tight.
Yeah.
But I think I wanted it to go back to normal, like quickly.
Right.
But I didn't have a wrong, and I was trying to navigate being a teenager, like date and learning to drive, and the transitions. I think we transitioned back to normalcy. It took its time, but once we were able to move, it was okay.
Yeah.
That was all right.
Yeah, I have this picture of you when you guys picked up your dad. You're up under just right up under him crying. So and so I, as a mom, I could only imagine. And being like you were saying, stable for such a long time, because stability is important to going into a life interruption.
Yeah,
And having to navigate that.
Yeah, it was difficult. And that picture, I remember seeing it. I'm like, what the hell?
Because you were in what, 9th or 10th grade at that point?
Yeah, I was going to the 11th grade,
Right.
actually, and I was like, man, why did y'all?
Because it was really heart-wrenching, to see.
But I was happy. I was happy.
Right.
And like, I wear it on a t-shirt, and I don't really care. I've had that space to be emotional like that.
Right. So did you have to go through therapy or anything at that point, or did you like come to yourself and then realize, oh, I need therapy? Because you say you moved far away to get away from.
Yeah, my mom, after they raided the house, she took us to therapy.
Yeah.
We went to one session, and it was a white lady, and the thing I remember telling her was, I like business. I like my concern was like, this probably could happen to me. And that was as far as we kind of got with that therapist, because I know my mom was doing the best she could, but it was like, oh, I'm talking to this white lady. Like,
I know they don't understand.
It's just like all the people that came to the house, most of them was white. So I'm talking to this white lady. I didn't circle back to therapy until I got to college.
Right.
And I was in college, and people were saying like, this is the best time of your life. And
Right.
I'm like, I mean, it's cool, but
Right.
there was something in the experience that I was missing.
Right.
And through some friends and going to therapy, talking about my dad, talking about my mom and my upbringing, and this kind of hyper conservative.
Not wanting to let people in.
Yeah, but just like, my mom was a principal. I went to her school.
Right.
So,
I know you were.
so I was,
principal's kid.
and I was a good principal's kid.
You
I
were,
wasn't,
yeah.
like I followed the rules, but
Right.
I was in an environment where I could be around kids that I wasn't supposed to behave like.
Right.
And that's confusing.
It is. Yeah.
And, in therapy, I found out, through talking because then we got into the church because of my dad's case. So I was trying to be, Jesus' best friend and
Right.
super Christian.
Right.
Um,
Right.
So it became a question of, should they be Christian? Should you go to parties?
Right.
And should you have a drink? And if you
Right.
have a drink, will you just fall into alcoholism? And,
Wow.
so I had to go to therapy to address all that. I had to go to therapy to address my sexuality as a person. I had to discover that, like my therapist, old white lady, I keep circling back. She was old too. She was probably in her 70s.
Wow.
And I was 22. And based on what I had told her, I was a virgin. I was supposed to wait till marriage. I was on track.
Right.
I've fallen way off the track. But I was trying to live it out. And based on what I had told her, she was like, I don't think you know what you like.
Oh.
She's like, I don't know if you like men or women or both. I think you need to go figure that out.
Right.
And I was stumped because that's not what I came there for. I came there for a fix.
For her to tell you.
Yeah. For her to tell me. Also, like, okay, I had a particular way that I wanted my life to look and live like. And if I were perfect and I lived the way according to the Lord and what I heard, then I would get that. I wouldn't have any other questions. But that wasn't the case. So I had to go and figure that out.
Right.
So hence staying in college an extra year, hence going to Brazil, hence confronting myself and trying to be honest with people in my life and those I interact with and not be ashamed of who I am and what I like.
Absolutely.
And going out to clubs and strip clubs. I mean, I remember coming back. I was 25. I went to the strip club and somebody was like, "Does your dad go here?"
While you in the strip club?
Yeah. Yeah, he might be in here.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But that tended with that kind of this weird dynamic of you're supposed to be different.
Mm.
When in reality you really aren't. Go out and kick it and hang out and
Just like normal people, normal men of your age.
Yeah. That was significant and important to me, and I didn't, want to be pedestalized or made to feel different for the things that I did.
Right.
And it was hard because, going to my mom's school, they would have dances.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't dance because somebody was going to tell my mom I was dancing with somebody or stuff like that. It just, at some point, it becomes, it was super isolated.
Right.
And I think to a degree, it kind of helped me prepare to go off to school by myself and to go to Brazil by myself. And, I've been to Africa and Europe by myself.
Wow,
but that was difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult
traveling
No,
by yourself or just
learning to kind of be okay alone.
I see.
Because you're other than the way. It's great privilege. And I've learned that, it's a dual side to thing. It was a lot of privileges in being my mom's kid at school.
Right.
If I get something signed, I go to the office.
Right.
If I ain't want to eat the lunch, she sends somebody to get me some McDonald's.
Right.
Something like that.
Right.
But also the trade-off was, all right, you get to McDonald's, you have to behave perfectly. And she and my dad, I mean, they did the best they could, but I don't think they had a particular grasp of that affect. Of you're sending me into environments, with the Bible in my hand, where there's people that behave like they got knives behind it.
I know. Well, because of that particular school, it's always talked about in the district as being the one of the worst schools.
Yeah.
So I could imagine being brought up one particular way and being asked to behave that way you were taught, but the your environment that you're having to walk this out in is not what you
Yeah.
were taught. So
It's not, and I love my school. I
Yeah.
love Deborah.
Right. I know. Yeah, I taught there.
Yeah, I love my
loved it.
school. I love my
There was-
mom's school. I love
Yeah.
all the students. And,
Right.
different dynamics we had. But, there's a certain amount of survival skills
Right.
you gain.
Right. The ones you were not given, but you have to
The
gain
ones
them.
I wasn't permitted to
Right.
gain because I was, always
Right.
taught to kind of behave that,
Right.
I kind of needed. And in life, I've learned to kind of learn to have.
Right.
Where some lessons I could have, you deal with kids that's cussing and fussing and
Right.
fighting, and I'm looking like, okay, so am I
Supposed to do
allowed
this?
to?
Uh-huh.
They do I say? What can I say back? Because if I cuss back, they gonna run tell on me.
I know, right?
It was a lot. It was confusing. It was a
Right.
mental overload.
Right.
It's something I still have to deal with a little bit, but I think I've gotten better at it. And my parents and I, we've certainly discussed it,
Right.
different things, because of course they don't know. They're parenting as best they can while also living and growing individually,
Right.
while they're also in a relationship. So
Right.
there's a lot of stuff they don't know.
Right.
Yeah, they don't know.
And you know what? Kids are not born with instructions per se.
Right.
And
I don't have any fun. I
Right.
know. It looks way more difficult than
right. Oh,
I
wow.
suspect.
Wow. Do you feel as if you would still take that track of going to counseling, or are there still things that are unfinished things that you feel as if you need to just close those rings?
I recommend, and I tend to speak very freely about going to therapy because I know it's Black folks. I think we're coming around.
Right. Finally.
Finally, I
Right.
think Black men a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more. I speak about it because I think it's been a great help to me.
Good. Yeah.
Because there are points at which, you feel like you're gonna pop.
Right. Wow.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
know and what exactly pop mean. Maybe people would say, kids would say crash out now, but
Right.
you
Yeah.
need to release.
Release. Absolutely.
You got to get this off somewhere.
Right.
And therapy for me, I've had probably 4 therapists. All haven't been perfect. I mean, there are people too. It has been a space for me to release all the information,
Mhm.
all the experiences, all the stuff that's just in my head, to just get it out in a safe space.
Right.
And have somebody kind of take you through how to look at it a little
Right. A
bit.
different perspective of
Yeah.
how you're feeling.
So yeah, I recommend it to everyone. I
Yeah.
know it ain't for everybody.
Right.
I think it's for more people than most people think.
Right.
Because it's hard. I mean, therapy it ain't.
It's
fun
hard
as
because
they
you're
get.
having to reveal yourself.
Yeah.
A naked truth about yourself without. And some people, I'm pretty sure, are still reserved once they go to therapy
Yeah.
because they
and
don't want to let them into. I'll give you this, but I don't want to give you all of it.
I'll come in there. I throw up.
Oh, that's good.
I come in because it's costing me money. So I gotta
Right.
the
Get
best.
your money's worth.
We ain't gotta do, this ain't gonna be no slow reveal. These are my problems.
Right.
Let's sort through them.
Right. Right. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, so I encourage people to go.
Yeah, that's good. I know that you're trying to get into the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that, because I know you got some videos out there, and I've seen some of them. Some of them, I'm like, okay, because the mother in me, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so the entertainment,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I don't know how many ways to come come to it. But initially, in coming back from Brazil, I think I've always had some interest in entertainment. I grew up around it. My dad brought artists.
Right.
We met, some of which we were scared of.
Right.
I don't know, but it still was a mixed bag in the family because, like, my dad brought artists and had a
Right.
club.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But he didn't drink.
Right.
But there was alcohol at the house.
Right.
And my mom was the principal.
Right.
And you're not supposed to drink. She would have a little daiquiri here. And
Right.
all that.
All
So
women have
it was
daiquiris.
it was confusing.
Right.
It was a lot of confusion for me
Yeah.
because you're not, we go to church.
Right.
And we get out of church. My dad got Tupac on immediately.
Right.
At church. So I couldn't rationalize
Right.
two things. And getting a little freer, I had to recognize I had some interest in making music and rap.
Yeah.
And I was so ashamed of it.
What?
I was very ashamed of that.
Right.
Because you don't go all the
They
way
say
to
that's not devil's
college.
music.
Yeah, you go all the way to college and it's like, okay, Negroes, are you gonna rap too? Like, also you gonna rap? Like, but I had an interest in making music, and
Right.
I had an interest in comedy, and I had some interest in acting.
Right.
And I think all of the expression had to do with, allowing my personality to exist as I was sent here. As
Right.
best as I can describe it.
Mm-hmm.
And to be okay with being interested in those things,
Right.
as well as, like, I thought about going to law school, as well as politics, to allow those parts of myself to kind of coexist. And I found that I kind of like entertainment. I mean, I still struggle with it because I don't know what it, in the grander scheme of things, how important it is.
Right.
But I think it's important as a means to be expressive of myself.
Right.
Are the ideas the best? Maybe not. Are they interesting to me to a degree? Am I embarrassed of some of them? Yes, I am. Absolutely. But I think there is something I've gained from putting myself out there to realize that nobody really cares. And I think for me, like,
But when you say cares, that nobody cares about what you're aspiring to do, or
I like people have a critique, and if it's negative, most times they're not gonna tell you.
I see.
So in that sense, like, I'm free. Like, people don't want people talking behind their back.
Right.
Please talk behind my back.
Right,
Because I have
right.
enough inner critic already telling me you
Right.
shouldn't do this.
That's
you
a good
shouldn't do
word,
that.
inner critic.
Yeah, I've already have enough negative
Yeah.
stuff going on that makes me not
So you
want to
want
do
to
it.
hear those things so that you can fix them out. That's how I am too. Just give me that, critique me so that I can fix those things.
No, I mean, if you don't like what I'm doing,
What?
don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell you.
No, don't tell me.
What?
Talk behind my back.
What?
Please. I got enough people in my own heat telling me that you shouldn't be doing this.
Okay.
So talk behind my back. Feel
Okay.
free. I don't ever have to know what you think. It's
Right.
none of my business,
Right.
actually.
Right.
In fact, I don't want to know if you like it either. Even if you like it, don't tell me.
Don't tell you. Oh,
I'm
Lord.
not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me.
Right.
I'm not doing this for you to like.
Right.
I'm not doing this for you to dislike.
Right.
I am doing this for me.
You just releasing because that is what you
Yeah,
want to
that's
do.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
I got this idea.
Right.
I want to put it out in the
Right.
world.
Right.
Of course, I want people to like it. And
Right.
I want to, make money from it.
Right. But you're trying to find your niche.
Yeah, but like, also, I want to do me and
Right.
be me, and that be it.
Right. See, that's just your slogan. Do me.
Yeah, just,
Do me. Do you, and I'm gonna do me.
yeah. I don't want to, and also, I don't really want to care what you're doing either.
Right.
I don't want to feel no way about what you got going on. Like, I see it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
As opposed to like, oh, I hate that, or you should
Right.
do that. I don't want to care about what you got going on.
Right.
Just that's what you want to do. Whatever told you to do that.
Right.
As
Right.
long as it don't impact me per
Right.
se, but
Right.
do what you want to do.
I
You
get
do
it.
your drugs, I do mine.
Okay, I get it. Well, I hope you succeed with that, in that field. Whatever your heart desires, because God will give you the desires of your heart. So whatever your desires are, those are fulfilled. I want to switch gears right now because I know with you're saying, we talked about your mom, talked about your dad.
Mhm.
So your sister right now is currently writing a book and it's deal with her condition. In school, did you have to be at her defense? Because let me tell you why I'm asking this question. My brother, he was a year behind me in school, and if anybody messed with me, that was Bubby. I named him Bubby. That's what they call him, Bubby. Don't mess with Bubby. Don't mess with Bubby's sister. So were you like that in terms of what she had to deal with in school?
Not really. I don't think I had to. I think the help, probably was the buffer in my parent and people just knowing who my parents were. Maybe I was a buffer in some way because I'm older by a couple years, but
Yeah.
she's always kind of, you know, I think shrugged her shoulders about it.
Right. She's
She
so
don't really have,
gorgeous and tall in stature. Oh my gosh.
yeah, she don't really have a identity issue
Right.
about. I mean, I know she knows she's had the algorithm, and
Mm-hmm.
always the new little people in the family
Mm-hmm.
will ask her like, "Are you white?" or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. I think they're curious, but
Right. Yeah.
um,
Statistically speaking, only 1% out of 15 to 20,000 people are affected with that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So nah, I didn't really have to do that. She's always fended for
Yeah.
herself and her being her own person. She's a
Yeah.
little. I think she reads a little differently than I do. I think I appear to be a little bit lighter than she is. Seems to be a bit more serious. I
Yeah.
think a bit more, kind of like my dad.
Yeah. I love her. Mm. So everyone has a test,
Mm-hmm.
but your test is your testimony. What was your test?
My test. I think my test was to be authentic.
Mm, being
Um,
true to who you are.
yeah, and having a willingness to test it out
Yeah.
in public, on stage, in front of people.
Right.
I think that's been, at least that was my test. I mean, it remains a challenge
Right.
to be authentic. Um, but I think in kind of like executing on that in a way,
Mhm.
the things I was needing to be creative about,
Yeah.
they're not as necessary.
Right. So they're not as necessary now at the stage of life that you're in.
Yeah. I think a lot of times your inability to be authentic can drive you to be creative and you're trying to put your person or your personality out in
Right.
so many different ways. So you going about it in a roundabout way. I haven't conquered it, I haven't mastered it, but I'm certainly further along than I was some years ago.
Good.
And just being, comfortable in my own skin.
Okay.
The new test, I'm not really sure. So I'm kind of at a crossroads because
Right.
I'm out in LA, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as driven by those things as I once was,
Right.
5 years ago, 10 years ago. So it's
Okay.
like, okay, do I need to hop on a different timeline or keep
Mhm.
this one going or try to do some stuff simultaneously?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, looking at these incredible individuals back here,
Mhm.
is there one that you would say you identify with? Yes,
Hmm.
more so than the other. If so, why?
I think I'll go with Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. Okay.
I think I'll go with Spike Lee.
Why Spike Lee?
Film,
Mm.
um, and very intent on displaying Black people in film.
Right, right.
And I think it's necessary. The thing that's been in my mind where I ultimately think I'll find my work is,
Mhm.
it's like Black kids and like summer programs or after school
Right.
programs where they're targeted specifically on us in terms of like doing art and creativity and learning to cook and just very like basic, simple things that give kids confidence
Right.
moving forward. And I think imagery is very important to see people that look like you,
Mhm.
displayed in all sorts of ways.
Right.
Um,
Not just a negative
not
aspect.
just negative, but
Yeah.
also the freedom to, be in stories about love, to be in cartoons, to be any and everywhere in every context.
Right.
To not just be baked down or boiled down to this idea of like we all like hip hop or
Right.
something like that. I think that's important. The imagery.
Yeah. I know you, and just speaking of kids, I know you did a, like a Santa
Yeah.
years back. And
Yeah.
what was that about?
Toy drive.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
It was a toy drive. And I was Black Santa.
Yeah.
And once I said I wanted to do it, I mean, pretty much my mom, dad, and sister.
Right. I know that is what I love about your family because it's whatever we are there. You know, that's beautiful.
Yeah, they put it together. When I showed up, it was Santa. I wasn't the best of the Santa.
That's okay. Look, you got that going on.
Yeah.
What made you grow that anyway?
Something about a depression. And,
Oh,
I mean, I was working at the base. I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy my job.
yeah.
Um, I needed to come out.
Right.
I probably needed to move at that time, but so it just started happening. And I didn't intend to really like grow a beard. It just growing and I did cut it and it kind of became a thing.
Right.
It's time to cut it.
What?
I know it's time that I'm holding on to
Right.
it because I want to do this whole grand
Oh, okay. The grand reveal.
and like do like a little movie or something like Samson and Delilah.
Oh my gosh.
But it's taken me through like a lot of transition.
Uh-huh.
What in growing it, I wasn't the best version of myself. I wasn't being a good man. I got a couple cars key.
Oh wow.
It wasn't none of my car, but
Right.
I wasn't doing right. I was young. I was my early 30s.
Okay. What? How old are you?
38.
What? You
Yeah.
embarking upon 40.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's okay. You still look young. So
That's incredible. Well, it's time for it to go.
uh-oh.
Anybody want to sponsor
A beard?
Let's make a beard foundation. If you know somebody don't got a beard
Look,
and they need some help, we're gonna raise some money, I'll cut it and I'll make a donation.
Okay. We'll see if we can make that happen. see how that'll work. Okay. So as we end, is there anything that you want to say to or give another young man? Just I guess a word. Release a word.
Yourself.
Be yourself. There.
And in order to do that, you need to be where you are. Even though everything you could ever need is right at home, you can't see them without where you are.
Right. So that's getting a different perspective on things by you're saying like leave the comfort of your surrounding to become who you are.
Yeah, I mean, it's certain things won't be revealed to you until you meet him. And you really can't, at least I think you really can't appreciate home until you get away from it.
Right.
And you really can't accept what home is or isn't until you get away from it. So, yeah.
All right, good word. All right, well, thank you for joining me.
Long time coming.
I know.